The Jackrabbit Postgame Show, presented by Sanford Health. Here for all, here for good.
The 110th Hobo Day football game was a dominating effort from start to finish for South Dakota State today. Jackrabbits winning it over Youngstown State by a score of 63-13. Kind enough to join us down on the field here at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium is running back Angel Johnson. And Angel, you had the big play to get this thing started right off the bat. Can you take us through that opening kickoff return?
Well, yeah, it was crazy because like all week we was just working opportunities if they didn't kick it to me, trying to work across kicks and what they would do. So when I seen that first one, I was like, oh, they're giving me a chance. So I just had to take it and run with it.
Hey, I don't know if you know this. That's the first kickoff return for SDSU since 2017. Cade Johnson did it in the playoffs that year.
I know, and that's what's crazy about it because when I had a kickoff return in Cardinal Word, and they got called back, and they was kind of saying the same thing. So that's why I was really excited. And,
all right.
But I was thankful to get that today.
You talk about a complete effort. I know you guys have been searching for that. How close was this today?
Pretty close. I mean, there's always going to be things that we can correct. Like you said, Coach Rogers and the coach we're going to watch film. We're going to see what we can be better about, but it was damn near close.
Final question for you, Angel. You set it up next week, North Dakota State. You go on the road to Fargo. Everybody knows what that game means to you, to this program. But you guys have to be feeling pretty good about where you're at going into that one.
Yeah, definitely. We just got to go back to the drawing board, fix what we can fix, get better this week, and then attack it come that Saturday.
All right, Angel, congratulations on a great effort, on a great day for you individually and for your team, and appreciate you taking a little time with us. Have fun tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Angel Johnson, 8 carries for 64 yards and a touchdown on top of that 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Just a great day all around for him, and really he set the tone for a great day all around for South Dakota State.
Well, it seemed like after that kickoff, you just knew the way the rest of the day was going to go. I wonder if he had any thoughts of what would Coach Rogers or Coach Rouse say if he got tackled by that kicker, though. How would the film sessions go?
All right, let's bring in Coach Rogers right now. And Jimmy, this game got started in the most exciting way you could ever ask for. Angel Johnson goes 99 yards for a touchdown, and it seemed like you guys really fed off of that going forward.
Yeah, we did. That was a huge play. Special teams is a third of the game, and, we've been wanting to defer and get the option of playing some defense first, but we got the opportunity pretty quick.
So what do you make of this effort today? I know coaches are always looking for complete. That's a word that they're always searching to find. How close was this for you, at least watching it real time today?
Well, I thought we did a lot of really good things, special teams-wise and offensive-wise, and there were some things that got away from us defensively, lack of execution, but also credit to Youngstown State. That quarterback is a great player, and he made plays to extend plays. We knew that they would try to control the time of possession in the game, and I just think that we need to clean up some of the tackling, a lot of shoulder throwing in there, and get off the field on the third downs.
Last one for you, Jimmy. Just obviously this sets the stage for a big one next week in Fargo. The marker game, always a big deal. And going into that one, off a performance like this, how much more prepared do you feel than you were maybe even a week ago?
Well, this is a different team than last year's team, so every week is important. We need to continue to gel together. These guys need to continue to grow with confidence, and we need to come out and execute. So we're excited for the border marker. But we're going to celebrate this one tonight and get back to work and focus one game at a time.
All right, thanks so much, Jimmy. Appreciate your time. Congratulations on a big win for you. Again, 63-13, the final, and it was as dominating as really you could have expected coming into the game. You don't see teams in the Valley, especially teams of tradition like Youngstown State, losing like this anywhere all that often.
Yeah, and we talked about if you would have heard Coach Rogers' press conference early in the week, you would have never expected this type of outcome. You would have thought this is going to be a slugfest for 4 quarters. But once that opening kickoff got ran back, you thought, they might be a little better.
Yeah, and they showed it all day long, and frankly in all 3 phases, as we've talked about at length here today. Let's go second half highlights now, brought to you by Avera Orthopedics. Mark Gronowski coming off an efficient day last week at Northern Iowa, and it took some time to get the passing game going. But, boy, I tell you what, he cleaned things up, delivered an outstanding second half, and really help ignite this offense for South Dakota State like you would expect him to do.
Yeah, some of those passes first half he was just barely missing on. They came back to a lot of the same schemes, did them again, and he executed flawlessly second half.
A couple of touchdown passes to Griffin Wilde, to Graham Goring. But Wilde just continues to impress. There's no catch he can't make on the football field. We saw a couple of different times today.
Or won't try to.
Right.
I mean, the body control, the willing to die for anything, he'll lay it all out there.
The running game today was next level for South Dakota State. Obviously, Chase Mason had a lot to do with that. 5 carries, 161 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. But as a team, over 400. Anytime you get over 400 yards rushing, you know you're doing a whole lot right up front.
Yeah, and in the Missouri Valley, you do not hear about a stat like that very often.
All right, look at the final stats here from Brookings, and they were pretty impressive. Again, 404 yards rushing, 153 yards passing. Jacks 4 of 5 on third. They didn't see a whole lot of third downs, period, today because they had a ton of chunk plays. End up with under 20 minutes of possession, Curtis, and you put 63 points on the board. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and one that's not on there, too, I think maybe SDSU had maybe less than 2 penalties, too. I mean, they were very clean, and it had to be very close to that complete game, as you asked Coach Rogers.
Absolutely. 63-13. The Jackrabbits improved to 5-1 overall. They're now 2-0 in the Missouri Valley Football Conference with a date in Fargo next week against North Dakota State looming. Youngstown falls to 2-5, 1-2 in the Valley. They'll host South Dakota out in Youngstown next week. For Curtis Riggs and our entire Midco Sports crew, I'm Jay Elson. Thanks so much for watching Valley Football here on Midco Sports.